This homestead tour that you're about to watch is actually part of a larger documentary about homesteading in general. It follows the stories of 4 different homesteaders at different stages of their journeys, and these tours are just a small glimpse into what their actual homestead looks like. So enjoy this tour, but if you want to see more, there will be links in the description to where you can watch this full-length homesteading documentary that I made.
Hi, my name is Barbara Mindell, and I want to show you around my garden today in my homestead. Okay, come on up on the deck. I've got a few things going on here. This is my apricot tree. This year I got about 8 apricots. It's only 3 years old, and they are so delicious. They were like big, and I've already eaten them all, sorry. Okay, I've got tomatoes and peppers. There's peppers starting here. Lots more tomatoes and peppers here. I do a lot of processing of the tomatoes, making sauces and ketchup and things, so I need lots of tomatoes. Beautiful basil. Here's my mint and more basil. I've got some chives, peppers, and more tomatoes. This is an apple tree that I'm pruning right now, summer pruning, so I can get to the apples. There's some early transparent apples here. These will be the first apples. And I make apple sauces and just eat them. They're the very first apples. So this is, I'm not sure what kind of apple, maybe a Gravenstein or a King. It's the last apple to be ready. It's ready in October, November. And it is the best tasting apples on the whole property, and we have many apple trees. And it's abundant. It's got lots going on here. Well, this is my herb bed. Tons of lovage. This lovage is, do you know about lovage? Oh, I love lovage. There's sages and rosemaries and thymes, so that's really nice. Here's the grape. I haven't gotten to pruning it yet, but there's lots of grapes on it. These are champagne grapes, and my girlfriend gave this to my son for his 8th birthday. And he was wondering, oh, what a weird present that is, but now we just love the grapes. And that was like 32 years ago, and it still puts out so many, as you can see. Here we have Romanesco squashes. I make zucchini relish out of this, and I decided 2 years ago not to grow all these fancy different things. I'm only growing what I'm going to use and process and make food out of. So there's not many different kinds of things. There's just what I like. 2 beds of beets. This is winter squashes. Oh, the poppies are just abundant in this garden. I love them. These are raspberries, and I'm harvesting them right now. So today, every second day I pick. So they're ready today for me to do more picking, but they're coming to an end basically here. This is a super old pear tree, and even though they look scabby, they are the most delicious pears. They're wonderful. You take the skin off, and inside they're absolutely beautiful. As you can see, I have wild spots of the garden. This is fireweed. The bees love it, so I just let it be. Here's a blueberry. We have maybe 40 blueberries on the property, so I'm just now harvesting the blueberries. So they're ready. Go ahead and taste one if you like. I think I will too. These are grape-sized kiwis. And they're just starting out. As you can see, there's quite a few. And you slice it in half, and it looks like a kiwi. And when you taste them, they're super sweet. They're really delicious, and there's lots. These are ever-bearing strawberries in the boat here. And they're just starting to put out a few green ones, but they'll come back again probably in the fall. I'll get more of those. I got bags and bags of strawberries in my freezer right now. I just cleaned these beds up for winter, so this is my fall and winter garden because it's shady. I've got lettuce in here. I just planted lettuces from seed, and up here I have mustard greens and arugula. So this will take me through the fall and the winter. This is my coriander spot, and as you can see, they're starting to seed now. I harvest them and make all my curries, and I put them in my sauerkraut, and I use them for all kinds of things. This is my arugula and lettuce bed, and I have eaten all summer from that, so I just started planting more arugula from seed, and it's coming. This is my carrot bed. I went away on a 3-week holiday, and when I came back, it was so full of mustard greens that it unfortunately took out the carrots. So I have a few straggling carrots. I've planted more now for the winter, and in the spaces I put onions. Onions and carrots are compatible, so is borage. This is a borage plant with the blue flowers. The bees love it, and it's really good. The oil from the flowers is really good, and the seed. This is just one bed of the cabbages. And I've got 3 celery plants in here as well. Strawberries are compatible with asparagus, and I've gotten a lot of strawberries from there, including white strawberries. They're called Aloha strawberries. I got them from my cousin. This is parsnips that I planted in the fall last year, and they're just starting to come. So I think what I'm going to do is start harvesting them. Let's just see what's underground here. There's a nice one. Bit short, but so I'm going to harvest these parsnips, and these go in my sauerkraut as well. That makes really delicious sauerkraut. And I'm going to plant kohlrabi in here for the fall and winter. Bee balm for the bees, they love it. Right now it's not too sunny. Oh, you can see one in there, but normally it's like buzzing. And this is what they make Earl Grey tea out of, bergamot. This is my bean bed. This side is pole beans. I've got purple and just white pole beans. And hiding down here, I've got more cabbages. And they're just starting now to head up. This one looks really good. So pretty soon I'm going to be in the throes of making sauerkraut. On the other side of this bed, this is the scarlet runners, and that's what that red flower is. And I just let the nasturtiums go wild here. There's beautiful colors. They're quite compatible with the beans, so that works out really well. This is my tomato area. You can see there's a few tomatoes started. It's still early, but this is full of tomato plants, and on the other side as well. And tomatoes and borage are compatible, so I let them work together. This is a fig tree, and it was so cold that I only had 1 fig. But now there's all kinds of figs coming for a second crop right here. And last year I ate my second crop into November, and they were really delicious. So I'm hoping that'll happen this year. These are loganberries. Please feel free to taste one. They're really yummy. Go for that one right there. It's perfect. And I've already harvested a lot, but there's still lots more. So today's my berry day. In here I've got honeybush cabbage or squash, and a couple of tomatoes and a broccoli. These just came, they're volunteers, so sometimes I leave volunteers. These beds up here were all planted in onions in the spring. Then I went on a 3-week road trip, and when I came back, this whole place was full of mustard greens. Every bed, there were barely any onions left. So I immediately went out and bought a bunch of onion sets because I need onions for my sauerkraut and all winter. And I planted them, and they're all coming up nicely. Peas, I've had fantastic peas, and I just planted more for the fall. And potatoes. Potatoes and potatoes. These are all volunteer sunflowers. They're Van Gogh sunflowers that my first boyfriend sent me the seeds, and they just volunteer and come up every year, and they're beautiful. This is another fig tree. This one's about 25 years old, and it died. That was the original. It died after this awful winter of -18. But a new shoot came up. So I'm hoping that we're going to get some figs. This I call blueberry row. These are all blueberries down here. And I've been harvesting. Look how many are on here. Like, I harvest every second day. So like I say, today's the blueberry day. There's more here and here. More down there. Up here's the orchard. This is a 3-year-old king apple, and they get giant apples. This is a Liberty apple, and they're really prolific every year. This is a new tree. It's like maybe 5 years old, and it has a lot of apples on it. There's a walnut back there, a plum, a couple more apples here. There's another walnut behind the big cedar. This is 3 different kinds of pears. These will be Anjou. And over here are Bosque. These little ones, they stay pretty little. They're so sweet inside, and I can them whole. And they're really a treat. This apple gets about 600 apples on it, and they're one of the first after the early transparent. So it's a small tree, but it just is laden with apples. It's only me taking care of all of this. And that's our garden. We have another orchard over on the other 5 acres. It's just new, like within the last 3 years, so it's not producing a lot, but there's a few things. And that's my garden. Okay, so this is my free water system. I've got 4 barrels on this side, and I think they're like half full now because I've been using them. So, and I have it covered so there's no algae buildup on the inside. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 big ones, 2 littler ones. This side comes off of this roof and this roof. And then if we go, and you can see it's all plumbed, they're all plumbed together. And here I have the very same thing. I've got 4 more big tanks and 2 more little ones here. And this one comes off of this garage roof. And this is how I turn it on. It's back here. Here's my pump. I turn on the water, and then I just plug it in. Starts up. It's got a hose. This used to be my chicken coop. I had, I don't know, for 20 years chickens, and we never bought a chicken except in the beginning people gave us chickens. We just kept getting more and more from the chickens that we had because we had beautiful roosters that were wonderful. And I just got tired of looking after them. I'm a vegan, I don't eat eggs, so I didn't, you know, over the winter it's really hard. You always have to make sure that you thaw the water. It's a lot of work and you worry about them. So I decided to give up chickens and concentrate on the garden. We cleaned the coop out, hosed it all down, and I got a fridge. This is going to be my apple fridge. And I'm going to keep my, my canning jars that are empty and just storage in here for food. But I've never had enough fridges for apples. Got lots of firewood and more to stack in here, and there's a 3rd bay over here. And it takes like at least 2 full bays for the winter. I like a warm house. In here is my laundry room, and it's a cold room. This is my sauerkraut fridge, and it's almost empty. I have a few fermented pickles left, but I've got beet sauerkraut, beet cabbage. This is a burdock and cabbage sauerkraut. That's all that's left. This was full of apples, and I ate my last apple maybe 3 weeks ago. So as you can see, there's no room for that. I store nuts and things that I make my fermented cashew cream cheese out of, and I've got goji berries and stuff in here. This in here is my potato and beet storage. In front here, I store my beans and rice and quinoa. And in here, it's pretty dark, but you can see there's still some potatoes left in there, which I'll get rid of. And the beets are all used up now. I don't have any beets left. So I'll clean that up and get it ready and put in some fresh peat moss for storing my potatoes and my beets for the winter. This is my fruit freezer. Yesterday I harvested some huckleberries. That's how I deal with them. Then I bag them. And in here is the last of my fruit from last year. There's blueberries, strawberries, loganberries, rhubarb, grapes. You gotta try a frozen grape. Stick your hand in there. I just snack on these. So this is this year's, and soon these will end up in this cooler, in that freezer. Raspberries. This is what I spend all my time doing, loganberries. There's bags and bags of them. Strawberries, rhubarb. So I have a lot of fruit. I have a fridge that's different from everybody else's. There's nothing processed in there. I make a fermented cashew cream cheese. That's it right there. I'd like to give you a taste because it's so wonderful. And then I make these bean spreads as well, and I eat these every day for lunch. I'm gonna go and get a couple spoons and give you a taste. And this is like a hummus. And in this batch, I put cumin and sauteed onions in this one. I eat the same thing every day for lunch, toasted rice cakes with these spreads and a big salad. And the salads are all from my garden. I make a massive one, and then it's here. There's not much left, but it has flowers and all kinds of things in it. I'm about ready to make another. I make all my own. This is coconut yogurt, cashew and coconut milk that I make. This is the fruit salad from here. I buy no fruit over the winter. I just make these fruit salads. That's what I eat with the coconut yogurt and spirulina. These are the hazelnuts that I haven't even dealt with yet. They all have to come out of the shell, out of the husks. And then these are the year before's hazelnuts and walnuts that I'm still eating. That's what's left from the year before. This is my berry picking outfit. It makes it super easy to pick berries. So right now I'm picking blueberries and raspberries and loganberries. So in one area I have all of them. So I'll put like blueberries in one side, raspberries in the other. Then I'll come and dump them out into these smaller buckets. And it just makes it super easy. I tie it with a little scarf around my waist. This is a huckleberry rake. And this has been such a great year for berries, and the huckleberries especially. And you just rake them. That's what I did to get those huckleberries. And you end up with a few leaves and stuff. I spill them out on a tray. After, like, it takes maybe 4 minutes to fill this full of huckleberries. That would take a whole day to pick them one by one. I wrote these 2 books, this one a long time ago, 95. This one is more recent, it's from 2013. It's got, the first half is all information on how to have a healthy body, and the last half is all my best recipes. I'll show you the canning cupboard. The canning cupboard, it's usually full. I made big batches of ketchup this year, and it's really yummy. Yeah, so that's my homestead.
Thanks everyone for watching. Just another quick reminder, check out that link in the description. It'll send you to wherever this film is available, and you should be able to watch it for free, maybe ad supported, but that goes to support me making more of these types of films, and I hope everybody enjoys them.